Still cannot take myself seriously, so.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
Good morning, welcome to Vlogmas, I guess episode 1. I started vlogging at the beginning of this week and it was just so boring when I was editing, so I was like, never mind. And we scrapped it. It's 8:30. I just got Bailey up. I've been up since like 6, but I've just been hanging out in my bed watching videos and stuff because I was like, I don't need to be awake right now. So yesterday my wig came in, so I'll roll the clip of that in a second, but I picked up some hair dye because I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to dye it. I asked you guys on Instagram and about 75% said to keep it the color, and then the other 25% said to dye it darker. I feel like I want to dye it a smidge bit darker. You guys will see it. Just because I think because the roots are so light, it's like a light brown mixed with a blonde. I think because they're so light, it's super close to my skin tone. So it doesn't look wiggy. It's just hard to get like a really defined part because it's so close to like my skin tone. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like your scalp is lighter than your skin tone. So it's like really hard for me to get that to be lighter because normally I'll put a foundation on it. And I did that and it looked fine, but I just feel like it would be easier if the hair were a little bit darker. And so I think I'm gonna do the watercolor method. So I picked up the medium brown and I got a demi-permanent this time because I don't want to cause any damage to the hair since it has already been colored. And then I also picked up the dark brown 4. I have never tried this one, but it is vegan and it washes out after like 28 shampoos, it says. So the permanent dye that I used on that last wig with the highlights, that stuff like stayed in. Like I washed that wig a couple times and it was like not a drop of dye came out when I washed it. So I thought I would do this because say it's too dark, I can slowly wash it out. And yeah, but I would rather it be darker than lighter. Like the actual color, which you guys will see, I'll like throw in the overlay because I'm just talking at the beginning, so I'll just mute it, is very, very blonde. It's like a cool toned blonde, which is totally fine. And then the base of it is more of like a reddish brown, which I really, really like on my skin tone, but I think I want it to be darker just for the purpose of the roots of the hair. So I think we're gonna do the watercolor method today, but I'm just gonna start with the medium auburn, and we're gonna see how much darker we can get that blonde. I'm gonna do a strip test on both of the colors in the hair, and then if I want it to be darker later on, I could do it again and add this one. So I thought we would go with a reddish tone because when you guys see the hair, you'll kind of understand why I decided to do that. So I'm just going to go through the cards that I picked. So they give you a booklet so you can look up what each one means. So I do the 3-card spread, and they have a thing that you can set it up on. I just put it on the table because it just is easier. But the first one is the call of the ego or the obvious life. Second card you pull is the call of the soul, and then the third card is the leap, challenge or decision you're being faced to make, and the change or action that you should be taking. So the first card that I pulled is this one, and these cards are so pretty. So the thing I like about this is it's not one of those decks where you have to just like interpret it, and I did actually purchase this myself off of Amazon, so I'll link it down below. People always say, oh, we should let people buy like your first blah 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 blah, and it just isn't that deep. Like I don't understand why we need to make rules about everything, so that's not a thing. So this one, if you pull this card, you're being called to surrender to your deepest truth and share it with potency. So the second one is the call of the soul. So this one says, you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. So look this bad boy up. Increasingly online world, we can be connected to more people and yet feel more alone and isolated than ever. There's still so much we don't know about the energetic side effects of things like social media, with so many people knowing our news. What is it doing to our auric field? And then the last card that I pulled is your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative, accountability. Looks like that. And let's see. You guys will have to let me know if you care about this, because I can totally just not put this in my Vlogmas because I do these cards every single day. But if you do like them, I can put them in, and then people who don't care can just skip through it. This one is asking you, what are you being called to create in your life? Reconnect with manifesting power and align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the vibration that matches them. It's never too late to start, and no experience is required. All you need is an open heart and a mind. And mind, why is it worded like that? All you need is an open heart and mind and consistent daily action. I don't like when people use ands over and over again like that. It really just messes with my brain. If you're not sure what you'd like to create, start inside with a feeling of deep gratitude for all that's good in your life right now, and then state out loud what you're most thankful for. Just got some from Target. I actually ended up getting too much because I totally forgot that I'm going to be leaving soon. But I'll just have to, like, I don't know, maybe bake something so that they don't go bad. Or boil them and bring them with me. So I'm going to do 2 fried eggs. And then, I remember if I have bread. Yeah. 2 fried eggs. We'll do like, do I want yogurt or do I want oatmeal? We're gonna do 2 slices of this bread with some butter and some jam. And then I'm gonna have 2 packets of my gluten-free Quaker oatmeal. So I've been having pretty big breakfasts. I went through a phase where I wasn't eating breakfast at all, and now I'm like back into really enjoying it. So we're going with it. Whatever helps me eat more food is all that I want, because I've been able to maintain now again around like 132, because I lost about almost 15 pounds during the time when the gyms were closed, and they weren't even closed for that long. So trying to gain that weight back, maintain it, and then steadily start increasing again. So I'll probably do a video giving you guys some weight gain tips. So if you have any weight related questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll refer back to them whenever I'm filming that day for Vlogmas-ish, and I'll answer some of them. But yeah, so it's supposed to rain like all day long. I made my appointment for my tires tomorrow. The plan was to bring Bailey, but then I forgot. I was like, oh wait, I might actually have to go inside, because I'm just not used to going inside places like that, because a lot of them, like, they still aren't allowing you to go indoors. So I might call and ask, but I think I do, because I have to pick out the tires that I want. But we'll have to see. I mean, it's fine to leave him here. It's not like he's going to be here for like 4 hours or something crazy. I just don't want to take him to daycare, because I want to do stuff tomorrow. And I don't want him to be at daycare, because we might go hiking. If I can get those tires done, I would like to drive, I don't know what I'm doing, and go on a hike somewhere because I haven't been able to because I've been just driving on the, what's it called? Oh my god, my brain is not working right now. Driving on the spare. So, as you can see, everything is now warm toned, which is what I want, but nothing really got darker. Like the blonde got a little bit darker, but the brown really just warmed up, and I didn't want to leave it on longer because then it would just become too like auburn, which is that color that I picked up. So we are going to pick up our Target delivery. So I got the I think I just got a dark brown. So what I really should have done is I should have picked up that reddish brown that I had, but I should have mixed it with like black, because I totally forgot. I was like, oh, I'm mixing like 2 light shades together, so this isn't really gonna get as dark as I want it to. And so now the blonde is the color that I like, but it could be darker. But then it's like almost the same color as the brown now. It's a mess. So we continue. That was so chaotic. They've like moved for people because it's pouring outside, but we picked it up. So it's in my trunk, so I'll show you guys when we get home. It's always a nightmare over here anyways, which is why I just like avoid this entire shopping center, because I used to go to Kroger here and I was like, nah, we're done with that. It's just, it's so stressful. And the parking lot's like, it's all a mess. Bailey's confused because we never got out of the car, but I never told him we were going to. So. But it's even more a mess now because I've got all of these cars like parked right in front of Target, and it's like the entire lane that you would normally use. Just tragic. So I did get that dark brown again that I used last time. So this was the color that made it more like auburn. So this one was 5R, which was medium auburn. And it definitely hit. So we're gonna use this. So this is the hair. I let it sit for about 45 minutes and it looks so much better. So we still have the blonde, which is nice. It's still a little bit wet, but I can already tell it's darker. I compared it to the footage where I took some footage before that's not gonna be in this vlog, just for the purpose of the re-dyeing process. But yeah, I like it. I think this is more suitable for me. Still blonde, but not like cool toned blonde and a little bit darker of a brown. On the website, I'm gonna link it down below. I've seen multiple people wear this wig and the base color is darker. So I'm like, I don't know if there was a dyeing problem or if they sent them different wigs. I have no idea. I've worked with wig encounters before and I have also bought wigs from them before and the quality has been the same. So I don't know. I know dyeing can be kind of different every single time you professionally dye a wig. So it could have just been that. I'm not really sure. But this is basically what it looks like in the photo. You guys will see when it dries the like medium brown and then the blonde, whereas what I got, the light, like it was just like a super light brown, and I was like, maybe because they have lighter skin it looks lighter, but I was like, no, it's like so much darker on them. So yeah, but I really like it now. I'm about to watch The Invisible Man because my HBO Max trial is about to expire tomorrow. Well, I have to cancel tomorrow so it doesn't restart for, I guess it's $14.99 a month, which isn't horrible, but I don't know if I want to commit to that. I used to use HBO. I used someone's account once upon a time, and then I also had an account for a while with one of my service providers back in Maryland, but here Comcast doesn't have a deal with HBO Max, I don't think. So I am going to watch this movie and then I'm gonna try and watch Westworld because Although it looks super dark, it is literally only 5 o'clock. And I've basically finished all my work for the day. I just had like a bunch of emails to respond to that I finished this morning, and it's been a pretty light workload anyways, but I'm gonna see if I can finish Westworld. I think I had like 3 episodes left before they got rid of HBO Go and HBO Now. And let's switch everything over to HBO Max, which I get, they just want more money, but I'm like, I don't understand why you did this to me. First world problems. But yeah, so let me know if there's any shows that you really like on HBO. I love Euphoria. I think that comes back on tonight. So I'm thinking about doing the monthly, but at the same time, I might just do one more 7-day trial with a different email while I try and find episodes online. Don't want to incriminate myself here, but that's what I have to do first.
So good, so good. So this is a vegan French onion dip from Kite.
Ta-da! So these nails are technically too small for my actual nails, but only a little bit on some of them. So when I sent my friends like my sizes, I'll link her company down below, Honey Lacquer, I was like kind of in between and I didn't know what to do. So if you're in between, definitely size up because you can always file them down. But I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here. I hope you enjoyed me basically just doing my hair the entire time. That's low-key the only like big thing I did today. It's Bailey's bedtime. It's 9 p.m. So I'm gonna put him to bed and I will see you guys tomorrow.